I'm just... All I know is I'm not an alpha. There you go. Who'da thunk it? Wow. That's why I think if I have a child, you shouldn't let the child dream too big.
If James was in a really expensive hotel, he'd be like, "This is so cool. Look at this stuff." Be going through the room and things like that, looking at everything, taking it all in. If he was in some shithole, he'd be like, "Yes." It's a fashion statement.
It is, batch. Hello, and welcome to the Earth Sandwich Podcast. I'm Andy. How are you doing today, James?
Hi, very well, thank you. I woke up this morning and I had a fucked neck and I couldn't turn my head at all, and I got out of bed and I had to walk around the house like this.
Like
so
C-3PO?
I've got a little neck pillow for anyone asking.
Nice. Fuck anyone who's trying to look out for my well-being.
Get out of here.
Fuck them. Anyway, how you doing, Charles?
I'm doing all right, man. Doing good.
All good in the neck department?
Giving mad neck, are we?
Department.
Good.
Always, mate.
Every day, bro.
Oh.
Throwback.
What we thought we'd do to start this episode off is me and Charlie were chatting the other day, and we were having just a good laugh, and we got onto the topic of what the fuck the hierarchy for men is, like
for masculinity,
alpha, like all that bollocks.
Yeah.
And so we found just a test on Google, and so we've all taken it just to kind of see what we'd get. It's interesting, isn't it? It's kind of funny.
Might as well.
Does anyone particularly want to start us off?
Not really, mate. I'll be honest.
I can. That sounds like a real beta thing to say there, Charlie. I can. Now, will this fuck up the recording though? Because I'll have to tab out and.
I've literally just done that where it came up on the screen. I was like, shit, and moved it across. That's all right.
Shouldn't do, because you'll be recording from my.
Do we know?
Okay, so you'll be recording from my.
Do we need to say what the actual structure is, though?
Oh,
what do you mean?
Give me a sec. Use my,
Give me a sec, you little pussy bitch. let me explain.
Use my video for the editing because I haven't clicked off and I've got it over here.
Okay. We'll use just the editing. Right. I will explain mine then.
Okay, so I did it. First. So just to point out, the structure for this is going up. I think it's gamma, omega, delta, bravo. So bravo's like beta, and then you've got alpha and sigma on the same level. And alpha's like more of a group orientated, whereas sigmas are more like an individual.
Okay.
I guess.
Interesting. All right. So apparently, I am a Bravo, which bear in mind I had not heard of this test until about 20 minutes ago, so I have got no idea what I am reading right now.
What are the key points of what it says?
It says, this is so dumb. Bravo benefits, power. That's what I think about me.
Oh.
High status, freedom from having to constantly fight for their position. What does that mean though? Like, surely someone who's like the bottom of the totem pole also doesn't have to fight.
Because it's like alphas have to fight to stay in charge of the wolf pack.
I see. Apparently, some of my drawbacks, my power and status are dependent upon their relationship with the alpha. Okay.
Ah.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or not.
So you're the alpha's piece of ass.
I'm the side bitch. Do you know what? I'm Boba Fett and Darth Vader is an alpha.
Yeah. No. Oh. Or is
because that makes me seem way cooler.
An alpha?
Oh, then I'm Darth Vader, which is even cooler.
Yeah, that is cooler.
But then, Darth Vader becomes the alpha by killing him, but then dies.
Very true. But he doesn't kill him.
Oh yeah, yes. We don't need to get into that. I'm a Bravo, which I thought it was beta, or is beta something completely different?
I think it's beta, but just for this, they've used the actual alphabet thing, NATO.
There you go.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm not an alpha. There you go. Who'da thunk it? Wow.
Charlie, what about yourself?
Yeah.
Can you go first, James?
Come on, man. That's part of the test. You gotta go for it.
This is the two of us. Absolutely
This is question 33.
By this test, it's like, can you go first? Me, yeah, sure. I don't particularly agree with this distinctly, but I got a sigma. We did it the other day, and I did it again. We've got the same.
Oh, you got it again? Yeah, we did it the other day, and we did it again just before this to see if our
I
answers
got
changed.
basically pretty much exactly the same, except slightly more of an alpha, slightly less of a sigma this time. But it basically just says benefits are like freedom from social obligations.
No,
which
mates.
I kind of think is like fair enough. I kind of do a lot of not what I want, but like I don't really care what people think about me that well. And then
shut up, Charlie.
and
the
then
Sigma's talking.
The drawbacks again, like I said the other day, was just
the drawbacks
was
sorry.
just loneliness.
Oh, that's sad.
Sounds great. And
but at
no
least you're
support
independent.
network if things fail.
That's good.
Which I wouldn't distinctly say is true. Hence why I don't agree with it very much. But, you know.
Yeah, well, whatever you've got, it feels like it's going to be better than what Charlie's about to say in a few minutes.
I also really like this sentence here. This makes me feel good about my choice. Well, my choices in this. It says, his lifestyle tends to come with a certain glamour and mystique. Oh.
I don't think I'd ever describe you as glamorous.
I don't think anyone's ever thought of me as glamorous before.
You do currently have a neck pillow on, though.
I do.
So maybe you are.
That's pretty glamorous.
You look like you're about to get like an international flight. So that's glamour.
Which
that is glamour.
Sigmas are often romanticized in internet culture. Traveling, internet culture, that's pretty romanticized.
Yeah.
Not like that, though, mate.
Not like that. Like you're like at old man levels, not like
that's me pegged down to a beta.
All right, Charlie, what is it? You no beard bitch.
Here's the. Well, no.
Nah, carry on.
Actually, I think. Did I have the beard last time I took this? I don't know. Maybe it was the beard that affected it.
Maybe.
So last time I took this test, right, before we go into this, I got Delta, right?
The virus.
Which is like basically mid. It's completely middle. I'm a mid male, right?
The best kind.
This time, I got Omega, right?
Oh, okay.
And if I just read this first bit here, are the cast-offs of the masculine social hierarchy. Omegas tend to be lacking social skills, money, looks, toughness, and competence.
It actually says that.
It's all stacking up, my guy.
Bloody hell, that is just dogging in on whoever gets that one.
Jesus.
Being an Omega is often stressful and hurtful. See paragraph above. And
because you get roasted by the fucking test thing.
both men and women tend to overlook and ignore the Omega.
Jesus, my guy.
Christ.
Started on a fucking sour note.
Yeah, in retrospect, I don't think that's true.
Also, even if that was true for someone specifically, what a harsh thing to say.
Yeah.
To someone.
Why write down a test?
This is a bit I quite like as well. They tell themselves there's no hope for them since they were not born with movie star sex appeal or the silver spoon of wealth. This is often a false belief that keeps them from the path of self-improvement and enables their misery to persist.
That's some school shooter shit.
I don't feel like that's me.
That's not you,
I don't feel like that's me.
No, not at all.
I mean, like...
Not at all.
I mean, to be fair, I don't have good social skills, money, looks, toughness, or competence, but the rest of it, I don't agree with.
So, you agree with 75% of it?
90% I agree with.
Yeah.
10%.
That's bullshit!
Yeah, it's just... And I do get ignored by people a lot, actually. Hang on, actually, maybe.
Anyway, shut up, Charlie. What are we talking about, James? That is a hot, like...
I just found that so funny. I'm like, fuck, that's scathing, isn't it?
That's brutal.
Incredibly scathing.
Is that like the worst one you could get?
No, you could get Gamma.
It's not.
What is Gamma?
Get Gamma, which is the worst one.
Yeah,
which, admittedly, that was my second highest. This is where it gets weird. Right?
Oh, God.
This is the bit that's weird. So Omega's the top, right? Second highest joint is Gamma and Sigma.
Sigma, I think, because of the solitude.
How does that work?
Because of the crippling loneliness, I think.
Well.
Yeah. I think the difference between... I think Gamma is somebody who's, like, always on their own, chooses to be on their own, but chooses to be on their own in a kind of like losery way. Whereas like not tugging my own dick here, but like a Sigma's like chooses to be on their own, but kind of in like a cool, mysterious way.
Like
James,
a lone
stop
wanderer
imagining
kind
yourself
of.
as Clint Eastwood, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
But Clint Eastwood, who has no mates. That's
This town isn't big enough for two of us because we're both Sigmas.
Gets in his van, drives away.
No duel.
Yeah,
nothing.
Takes his German Shepherd, gets in his travelling van. Leaves.
That'd be nice.
That'd be really nice. That's my dream. So
Yeah, what, having a van?
Yeah, I just want a van, just a camper van, and a dog.
It's small dreams, small dreams.
Oh, true.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you start small and you can get bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you're like, wow, I've achieved my dreams.
And I can get a bus.
That's why I think if I have a child, you shouldn't let the child dream too big. After
Your
a certain
child's going to be
age.
depressed.
No. I think until like the age of like 18.
Right, tone it down. It's not that good.
Lower it.
No, I'm
Can we
definitely.
put it on the fridge? We need to draw something worth it. Yeah, we can.
No. Until they're 18, I'm gonna tell them to shoot for the stars and all that shit. But once they're like older and they're still like, I want to become a movie star. I'm like, all right, okay. If you're gonna do it, like, just do it. Like, don't. I don't like the.
Don't tell them
like
that.
the
Tell them
foreplay.
Tell them to do things in full. Never do anything in halves. That's
Yeah.
the non-mentally crippling version of what you're trying to say.
Maybe that then. Maybe I'm not. I'm not. You see, as a Bravo, I'm not mentally strong enough to figure this kind of stuff out.
Andy's there like his kid's 17. He's like, I want to be a pro footballer. Andy's like, mate, you've missed the bus on that one.
Yeah.
These kids get
Project
picked up
it-
when they're 9.
Honestly,
Cancelled
that's
Project
true.
Mbappe when you were 8 years old. Honestly, mate.
Yeah, you tore your ACL in the little league.
So the reason we brought up these tests and the reason we do these tests or have done them is because we wanted to see where we are in the hierarchy of males. Because recently, one of our boys got engaged. And he's like the first out of our kind of,
Little
group
group.
of mates that kind of has got engaged. So congratulations, firstly. And that ensues that therefore there's a stag do. The real reason to get engaged. Or
Jesus
even married.
wept.
Whoa.
I think actually that's a fantastic. I think the male hierarchy thing's probably summed it up because I probably can't go. Can I?
But you can't go. You can't go because
James will be leading it. James will be leading it.
Geographical.
Andy will be tagging along for the ride, and I straight up can't go.
you can't go. If it was in Australia, I assume you would go. I don't know, but I assume you would. Okay, yeah. So I
probably
wouldn't
not.
say that. But yeah, it is funny how
I
it
would.
works out
If it
like
was
that.
Australia, yeah, I would. If it was Australia, I would.
I
yeah.
love that. He's like, where is it? Oh, it's actually like 30 miles away from you, Charlie. And you're like, I've already.
All of us are like, ugh.
It's a long drive though. It's a long drive though.
Think of it, the taxi on the way back, that's going to be at least 30,
That's
40.
that,
I can't. Yeah.
So
No,
what we thought we'd do today
Indeed.
is in twos for the other person. So for example,
twos?
me and Charlie for Andy, and then
Common twos.
and so on. We would plan each other's like makeshift kind of stag do's.
Yes.
So what we'd do is we'd pick a location, so geographical location, and then also like, how they'd stay. Would they camp? Would they be like in a big fancy hotel? Would they get an Airbnb? That kind of thing. What that person would have to drink for the entire holiday. It's basically their favorite drink, or if you just want to fuck with them, pick something they really hate. The type of party they'd have, so whether that be the traditional like, go to a strip club, which I don't think will be any of us, or
Pool party, but you're not allowed in the pool.
we ate 30 minutes ago, we'll get cramp.
It's
You
dangerous,
die.
isn't it?
That's legit.
You'll
No,
slip.
it's not, Andy. We've spoken about
Oh
this
yeah, we
before.
already talked
It's
about
not.
that. That's a lie. That's bullshit.
The group size, so whether it be close knit, slow, bigger kind of party, and the activity that you'd pick to do throughout the day. So whether that be like traditional, like paintballing or go karting or something like that.
Okay.
And we're assuming
I
this
like
is a 3-day holiday. So you arrive on the first day and you leave late on the third day.
Yeah. Charlie looks nervous for some reason. I don't
He
know
knows
why.
for him we're going to pick loads of blow up Roy Keanes.
No, it's
No, he'll be blowing Roy Keane. Oh, I really hope this. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. Should we do Charlie first then?
I'm just thinking. I really need to rethink some of my answers because it was like, if you're getting, what was one of the questions? If you're getting disrespected, do you fight back? And I said yes, and I'm not. So I need to just go back and correct that one real quick.
Just Omega increases.
Yeah.
Go on,
Right,
then. So who should we plan for first?
I think we should plan for Charles's first.
Yeah. So Charlie, at the end, you get to rate whether you go on this holiday or not, and how much you'd pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So because
Like-
Houston notoriously can be like a little bit expensive on the
They can be
booze and
expensive.
everything like that. So what do
Okay.
you want to start with, Andy?
I think location is key.
That is key. Yeah.
All right.
Is this a scenario where, snap our fingers,
Everyone-
Charlie is living in Europe again?
Everyone.
Or is
yeah,
this-
you can go wherever, and everyone that we pick can make it.
Okay.
Basically. No.
I think.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See, I want to say something homegrown, so I'd say maybe like a Sark. Sark is a little island
Sark.
just to the east of Guernsey.
Interesting. Sark.
See, I think a Sark because it's nice and local. It's low key, but
Yeah.
it's also a really good piss up.
And do you know what I was gonna say?
So
Vietnam. Very, very different.
very
But
different.
I'll back Sark.
I kind
I'll
of
back
rate it
Sark.
though, Vietnam. I like how we're
Oh,
not
then-
picking anywhere Australian.
No, I
know,
wouldn't pick
right?
Australia.
You guys are going to put me right. So I spent a lot of money and traveled through COVID wearing face masks and stuff to get over here.
Come on,
And
back
you guys are
Sark.
going to take me back to Sark.
Yeah. Fuck you.
We won't pay for your flights, just everyone else's. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, this is the problem now, because now I'm thinking, like, what if we went somewhere like... Because I think you've got to go somewhere sunny. That'd be nice,
Yeah.
because the recovery, laying on a beach in the day, maybe, that kind of
I
thing.
live somewhere sunny.
Exactly, that's my
Somewhere
thoughts.
nice, sunny, Charlie. Come
Yeah,
on.
not fucking I'm boiling.
I don't want to be worried about tarantulas and shit.
Maybe...
So I say Vietnam. But, yeah. Where there's
So
no animals.
So what do we want to back? I'm happy to back Vietnam, to be fair, because that sounds like good fun.
I think...
Maybe
I think Vietnam will be more memorable, but Charlie might enjoy Sark more. Or the collective group as a whole might enjoy Sark.
Well, we don't really care if they're enjoying it or not. It's about him.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think...
I'm happy
I'll
to
go
back you with Vietnam.
Okay, let's go Vietnam then.
Yeah,
let's go Vietnam.
Okay, I will take a note of that. So
Ho Chi Minh City.
What kind of accommodation? I reckon flat
Ooh.
Airbnb. We don't go hotel.
Yeah.
It's got to be an Airbnb, or something like that.
with a large Airbnb, and it'd be really
Yeah.
cheap if it's in Vietnam.
Spot
that'd be
on,
low.
yeah. So an Airbnb in Vietnam. Everyone's in the
Yeah.
same one. You
Yes.
can only have one beverage when he's there. I think
The
this
entire
is quite
time?
an easy one. Yeah.
I
think if we're being
probably
nice to him,
water
it's
then,
quite
isn't
easy.
it?
You don't need water.
there's water in alcohol,
limiting me.
Charlie.
Yeah.
You're limiting me to one drink over 3 days.
I have.
No, I don't think that's
I
too
have been
unreasonable.
on holiday and never drank anything but alcohol for 3 days, and I was fine.
Yeah,
I mean, fine.
you just like start. Wait, sorry, what have you got your neck, James? Yeah. I think it's either
James are like plastered off. That was good.
The drip.
half your mouth is like. I think either. Oh, it's a good question.
Rickets.
It's So
I think
are we not taking into consideration the impractical aspect of bringing that much rickets to Vietnam?
It's just yeah. It's the dream.
It's just done
the
it.
dream.
It's just
isn't it?
it's hypothetical,
Yeah.
right?
Okay,
It's
then
hypothetical.
I think
I'll go Rockettes.
Rockettes is probably,
But like
Old
the high
Rosie.
percentage one.
Imagine having 3 days of Old Rosie.
I would kill you if you had that. Oh, we,
If it didn't
James,
burst.
note that down.
Like,
James,
note that down. Okay, so we're back in
no,
Rockettes.
I Rockets. Oh, for that, I mean, Rockets is a local Guernsey cider,
And
one
it's
of which
banging.
is quite alcoholic. There's like
Yeah.
2 versions, and
really
the standard version is like, was it 7% or something?
No, the standard's like 4.2 or something.
Well, which one is the more powerful one?
I don't know if it gets up to 7. It's sort of, I think the highest is like 6%. 6.
Yeah, 6 point. Let's say 5. Yeah.
I'll put
So
the
it's
plus
like
next to it.
it's like a normal beer / cider, but a little on the heavy side.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
it's
think you
damn
don't.
good, so.
You also, I think, for an alcohol, you don't want to go too hard, because then everyone will just be drinking little, or Charlie, I should say, we'll be drinking whatever the fuck we want. But Charlie will just be drinking little amounts. Yeah.
Yeah. So talking of games, what type of party?
So is this on like a specific day? Do we have to?
So this is on like the middle night.
I think the middle night.
So you've got like, we could do like a club night. We could do just drinking in the Airbnb. We could do. See, what springs to my mind is like a beach party.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one. I think a beach party is definitely one that all people would enjoy. Definitely.
And I think it's one he could get behind as well, because Charles is a man of pubs rather than clubs.
He is.
And I think also noted on top of that, he would also be a man of, if it was him and his mates and it was all his mates in one place, why would you want to go anywhere where potentially you'd be talking to other people?
Correct, especially if those people don't speak English.
hate other people.
Exactly.
He does, as the test proved.
Exactly. So I reckon it's all his
beach.
mates in one place. So it's either a house party or
I rate beach.
Like a beach party.
I do beach. I think it would be beach party night, like midday to night 2.
So like a beach barbecue.
Yeah, something like that.
Beach barbecue
with
house
lots
party
of
kind of
rockets.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then day 1, I think. See, I don't know, because we're in Vietnam. Would we want to do? Would it be cool? Do you think Charlie would enjoy things like in Vietnam? Like, I know if you go to Vietnam, you can like pay someone $100 to like shoot an AK-47.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else then.
Or that. I mean, you probably could get a lot for $100. I don't know. Like, you can do cool shit that you can't do in other parts of the world. Or, because I think he would enjoy, similar to his like going away thing, just like gaming for an entire night.
Yeah.
For an entire like 12 hours.
So like a big old LAN party.
Yeah, like LAN party.
I would enjoy that. That's true. A LAN party, I would.
I reckon
LAN
That'd be
party,
like the
getting
last time.
shit-faced.
That'd be the last time you'd be able to do it as well, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So I reckon
LAN,
if it was
LAN
like,
party.
if it was like, if we had 3 nights, we could do like LAN party first night, get fucked up, massive party, second night, and then third night, whatever people fancy.
Yeah. I think...
Or pub crawl,
I think
or
that's
something like that, finish it off.
Yeah, like a bar crawl, or like a whatever is a local thing to do.
Okay. So
I think that's a good...
Yeah.
Is there any other things we need to decide?
What
that it?
size group?
Ooh. I don't know.
I was thinking about 10 to 15. I think is the perfect size for a...
Or if you two, you might have that many friends.
But bear in mind, it's not just your friends. It's also like your brothers, I assume.
Your brothers. Would you invite your dad?
If you'd, or are we inviting them? Is that our job
They
too?
wouldn't turn up.
Because I'd invite of people I'm thinking like our group chat, and then I'm thinking your brothers, your dad. Then I'm thinking like I can never remember his name. I won't say his name, but the lad who's in Oz.
I
Who
don't
you
know.
were going to do a little trip with. Can't remember his name. Lived in Guernsey for a bit.
I guess I would
and then
just see
you've got,
whichever
boys
frequent
we
group
play
chats you
games
have.
with as well.
Yeah.
So-
Who are not necessarily from Guernsey.
Yeah. So that adds up.
That does add up. But I think also it might be one of those things where different sizes might be called for different things.
That's also very true, yeah.
Like, you could potentially have 20 people at the beach party, but only like maybe 10 on the land. Like, I don't know, or the other way around. I don't know. I think we probably go for like 15.
15?
It was 15 people.
Spot on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And then, as you were saying before, in Vietnam, you can do loads of other stuff.
yeah.
You got an activity on the on the day where we're just getting mashed up, what would be the activity we'd want to do? Doesn't have to be specific to Vietnam. We can take something there.
Ooh.
So, but then at the same time, we've said a LAN party.
Yeah, I think LAN party, beach party, and maybe something that scares Charlie. Something that he might not do if he wasn't coerced into doing it otherwise.
If he wasn't high off his
Can you narrow that down?
Yeah. I know, like bull riding. Something crazy. Like something that you would never do otherwise.
I think I would be the only person that would even attempt that.
I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm saying we forced Charlie to do it. It'd be safe. It'd be safe.
I reckon
provided he wouldn't die in
the
it.
way to go for that one.
Fine, no bull riding. All right.
We'll scratch the balls.
I'll concede that one.
Keep the bull as an idea for someone else, maybe.
Yeah, I'll pocket that one in. All right. In which case, I think we've got all of them.
So
what
we've got,
sum it up.
Yeah. So we've got a trip to Vietnam with the boys. There's about 15 of us there. When we arrive on the first day, what we're going to do is we're going to have, as our activity, we're going to have a fat-ass LAN party, and then we're going to have a house party in the evening. On the next day, we're going to recover, maybe play some games, and then maybe see some culture. And then in the evening, what we're going to do, we're going to go down to the beach for a barbecue, have a fat-ass fire barbecue, all your mates on the beach, drinking, having a load of bevies, having a good laugh, and then recover the next day in our big Airbnb, and then clean away all your hundreds of Riquettes bottles the next day.
There we go. I think that's not bad.
I could rate that.
So what is your thoughts, Charles?
What are the thoughts, opinions, changes, potentially?
I like the idea, as sad as it probably sounds to some people, of having one last big LAN thing, because that is truly...
Yeah,
I think we had one game of Counter-Strike ever that was like 10 people playing, and we all knew each other. It was 5 versus 5 in a custom lobby, and it was one of the most fun things I've ever done. It genuinely was. It was really fun to do that. Yeah. It was hilarious, and I think doing that one last time would be amazing. And I think going on from that though, a beach party, it doesn't get much better than that. If you've got like a beach with like barbecues going and things like that, and you're just chilling out with all your mates, I genuinely think that is one of the most fun things you could do. I think another part of it I'd like to do would actually be to go around to places in Vietnam, not like by traveling the country. I mean, literally going into like the town, the nearest town area or something like that, going in and seeing what's going on in there. Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. I would have been livid if you'd said, "I would just go to Sark."
Do you know what I was thinking? I was like, the Vietnam route is very risky if he loved the Sark idea.
Yeah, but also the Sark one was risky if he loved the Vietnam. So it's like
because I've been to Sark, and if you haven't been to Sark, it's literally like it's a very small population. There's a few pubs there. That's about it. So it's like you climb up this massive fucking hill, and you're not allowed a car or a quad bike or anything. There's a tractor which takes you up, but we probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be allowed on.
So you just climb this hill, you get a pint, and that's about it, really.
But I was thinking with Sark, I was thinking in terms of just being with your mates. You're not around anyone else. You can just camp and be with your mates and do whatever the fuck you want. That was my thought process for Sark. Not let's go to the pubs.
No. I think the Vietnam, the beach idea, I think is fantastic. I think that would be a good one, because I don't like stuff like, when you see people dressed up and things like that. I hate that shit. That would like straight up ruin my time.
Interesting. I didn't even think of that part.
I definitely did, but I knew he'd hate it.
There's
no point bringing it up.
It's
like rules.
I see that stuff. Yeah, I see that stuff. I'm just like, I think I would rather top myself than go on holiday like that, to be honest.
I like that.
So I think that would be so much fun. Just having one big like holiday, and that would be that. I think that'd be great. That'd be really fun.
Okay. I think we did quite well there.
I think we did. So what would you give out of 10? 10 being your dream, 0 being never do it.
I give it like, I don't know, maybe somewhere. Probably like an 8, something like that.
I'll take that. Take that.
I think it's not bad.
That's a win, that. Oh,
yeah.
Me and James are just good party planners.
That was very good. That was
work,
sick. We did well. Yeah.
We did.
Very well.
Because the only other thing I could think of that would be like amazing as like a stag do kind of thing, and this is a personal preference. I know this isn't typically how stag do's work, but it's like a personal thing. Like the only thing that would probably top it is if we got into like a big, those massive like RVs with loads of rooms and stuff in them.
Yeah.
If there was just a bunch of us on one of them going around doing like a cider tour in Australia or something like that. That'd be nice. That I think would be the only thing that would top it. But I quite like the idea of going. I don't know about Vietnam though. I think there's quite a lot of plastic on the beaches there.
Maybe got to go somewhere like Japan.
There'll be even more glass there after we're done.
Actually, Japan would be pretty sick as well. But yeah, there's a couple things which you could change. But honestly, I quite like it as like a template, general idea. I do like that a lot. I like
Nailed
that a lot.
Nailed it, James.
Good job.
Hell yeah.
We've done well. Well done.
Who should go next?
I don't mind. We could just go clockwise.
So
now
So do Andy's next.
So let's do James. So what are the options?
And that's the first day.
So you've got
that's all days.
You've got location, the place you'd stay, the drink they have to drink, the type of party, the group size, and the activity.
With James and a location, it's difficult, right?
Because James is very diverse.
James would like anything which would be remotely interesting, which puts you somewhere in the realm of Saudi Arabia, which would be quite cool, or some weird fucking country that we've never been to as well, right? We haven't been to Saudi Arabia, but it's a bit posher. It's seen as posher, a bit richer, and sort of stuff, or just some shithole. I think James would also enjoy because he'd love like just going around seeing the dumb shit happening there. So it's like the
James,
location's difficult.
Like I could see James equally loving somewhere like Tokyo, or like some buttfuck town in Ohio.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I think fun would be had either way.
If James was in a really expensive hotel, he'd be like, "This is so cool. Look at this stuff." Be going through the room and things like that, looking at everything, taking it all in. If he was in some shithole, he'd be like, "Yes."
I think if I was in somewhere really expensive, I'd be worried about breaking things. That'd be the only thing that I'd be like, oh.
Yeah,
that warranty. I think
I've stag do. I don't think you'd care though.
Nope. Whoever's paying for it would.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you'd give a shit.
I don't know. I think I don't know. Let's go somewhere. I don't know. I'm all Vietnamed out. What about?
I reckon
Mexico.
I reckon Mexico could be good. Or so this is the other one I want to put forward to see what you think. What about like South Korea?
Yeah, that would be weird.
Mexico or South Korea, because I think that would be.
I'll go South Korea.
Totally
I'll back
bonkers.
that totally, because South Korea's weird.
But
it feel
in
weird.
Mind, that's because I don't know though, because it's the location for James is weird. But
I think it also South Korea, a funny, much like Vietnam, a funny aspect which would make just the whole trip more entertaining is the fact that none of us would be able to understand anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Mexico, we might have like a little chance with Spanish. Whereas
I can literally
Korean,
just imagine James giggling in a shop somewhere because he can't fucking buy something because he can't talk to the person to be on the counter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that is spot on.
That'd be good fun.
Oh, yeah, let's go South Korea then.
South Korea?
Yeah, the location's like difficult but easy because I feel like whichever place we pick, we could come up with something that James would enjoy about it. That's the thing.
I agree with that.
Because James has never come back from a holiday and gone, that was a bit shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
True, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun can be had anywhere.
He also likes nature though, so we might have to go somewhere that's not too far away from
actually,
wildlife.
also another thing which we could use to really cement the Korean idea. I feel like James would love the Korean barbecue, the one you cook yourself. I feel like James would actually really enjoy that
Korean barbecue.
So that could be a part of it.
Yeah,
that's good.
But definitely, I agree with the like countryside part of it and going and seeing stuff.
Yeah.
That aspect of it. I think.
Yeah. All right. So we got the location. What's next?
Type of accommodation. So hotel, camping, hostel, Airbnb, that kind of thing.
I honestly think we find the nearest thing to a backpacker place we can.
Yeah. I think we get.
That's a communal kitchen and shower.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think that's I think that James, do you remember when we went up Snowdon? The mountain, not a person. and
Edward Snowden. Climbed it.
yeah, and we stayed in that kind of
Time from James stuck it up Edward Snowden.
something like a
Korean
nicer version
like
of that, like a nice Korean version of that.
Okay.
I think communal, but not too communal. Enough where there's some privacy, but also if you fancy chatting to someone, it'd be very easy to. I don't know. I think that's a good call.
Good one. So what type of drink would I have to take or drink the whole time?
Again, I don't think we can go too hard. I think it's got to be something. Well, do you have a favorite drink, James? Like in your head, are you thinking of a drink, or do you not really have a favorite?
Yeah, I've got one down. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I think just something. I guess something you like. Just a rocket. It could be as well.
It's true. It's a good cider.
Or an old Rosie. Because I know he's a sociopath.
I feel like it'd be. You know, he was talking about all those ciders he had, all the different mental flavour ones.
Yeah, we get him an obscure one.
It could well be one of those which he likes, and it's thinking of one of them. I feel like for James's drink, I don't even know what it would be, right? Whatever we could find at the time, just the most batshit drink we could find, which tasted half decent, and that would be James. It's not like a specific thing. I think if we said the thing he thought of, that would be disappointing because it's boring, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's like just if we go into Korea, we look at a bunch of different beers and ciders and things, we pick one and go that one, and that's what James has to drink. I think that is honestly what. And it
could be awful, could be amazing.
Exactly. And either way, James has to drink it, and it's funny.
It's funny to us. I think that's a good. I think that's pretty spot on. I agree with that.
You know what? I think you've absolutely. Before we even get to the end, I think you fucking nailed that one. That is like
that's it, baby.
Impeccable. That is brilliant. Like that is.
Right.
I find that so funny. I spend time, like all the stories about tour. Nothing tastes nice. Everything tastes like you're fucking licking ass. But it's so funny because you get to the end of the holiday and you're just like, oh, do you remember when we drank that so much we went blind? And it's like, oh yeah,
we started crying. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Random, let fate decide.
So, what else do we need? So we need events,
a type of party, and then the party group size.
And the party group size. James
has a lot of mates.
But it's tricky because I know, fucking spoiled.
Way more than us. It's so rude. Little shit.
I don't know what he'd prefer for a stag do though, because I feel like James's the actual wedding would be the big thing, but the stag do, I don't know if he'd prefer a smaller crowd. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Not too small. I'm thinking again along the lines of 10-15 would be like, that's what I mean by a small crowd.
I think James is having at least 20-25.
You reckon?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Let's go 20. Let's go 20.
20. We'll go 20.
Let's go 20.
And then the type of party that would be.
Again, James is very diverse. I think probably. What'd you say?
Axe throwing.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Sounds lit.
I think.
I think again.
Yeah.
So would you
like
say more that's the activity rather than the party?
What is?
No, I think that would be the party. I think
that'd be part of the party.
Alcohol and axe throwing.
I've done it before. It's all right.
Can only go well, can't it?
Sorry, even though you've summed that up, that's you all over.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, alcohol and weaponry.
No, to be honest, I am thinking more of the event rather than the party. I think for an event, I don't go to parties, so I don't know how they work. But for the event,
what's that?
I think what's a party? I think again, it would be whatever we could find at the time. I think it would just be the most random bollocks we could find, which looked a bit mental and something we'd never seen before, and just go that. That is what I think it would be, because I feel like because of the way James does like parties and events and things like that, I don't think if we had it all planned out with an itinerary from day one,
it's very sporadic.
it wouldn't be interesting. It would be interesting, right, if we woke James up randomly by throwing a bucket of water over his head at 7 a.m. So,
well, like we're torturing him.
Breakfast. Yeah. Waterboard him at 7.
Yeah.
No,
You won't be expecting that.
Chuck like a bucket of water, and then just go, right, you're going to cook your breakfast, Korean barbecue breakfast.
And we leave him some weird ingredients out, like they don't quite make any meaning.
Yeah, with like some fucking ghost peppers or something, and then we're gonna go do some weird shit. I think that is like, I think that's about right.
Sounds
Hop in a random guy's taxi.
So if I like, hang on, because we want to put a bit of actual substance to this, I need to try and find something. So you keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can find this.
I think if like gun to a head, we did have to arrange something. I don't know. I think you'd enjoy like a music performance from a band you like.
I agree with that.
Maybe that. Again, a beach party is always solid. Or
beach party is an incredible choice. Yeah,
that's it's definitely a safe option. I'm gonna say we can't do beach party because that's been taken.
Yeah,
I think
I did it.
I think it. I don't know. Does James like pub crawls? Maybe a pub crawl.
Fucking love a pub crawl.
That's it. I think we
does
do.
Love a pub crawl.
I think we do a bar/pub crawl. We make some sort of like I don't know. I don't know if competition is too forced. Yeah. We do something like pub golf, but that inevitably just transitions into just drinking. So you start off while we're still sober and like care about being competitive, doing something, and then eventually it just goes to, all right, let's see how many different places we can go to.
Yeah.
I think that's it. If we had to plan something.
Actually, I've just found something for the event, which would be perfect.
Yeah. What is it?
So, we're gonna take James to do the. It looks like it's got double S, but it's Serium, which is similar to Japanese sumo wrestling.
He loves it. Look at him.
Look at his little face.
Yeah.
I think that's the event. That is the event.
Yeah.
What? So James gets the shit beaten out of him by a 300-pound sumo wrestler guy.
Exactly.
He'd love it.
That's fucking brilliant.
That is. If I'm looking through like the list of things here, I think honestly that is something which I think would be like.
Yeah.
Because again, that's bonkers. Who the fuck would do that? He would.
Yeah.
This guy would.
Or would we all do it, or would he do it?
Oh, you got it, don't you?
Oh, I think everybody's got to hop in.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yeah, because then you can go against each other.
Yeah.
It's like you're drunk in competition.
Put some like
That's
weird.
what I think the activity would be.
So would the activity be Serium?
Yeah,
Sure.
The wrestling.
If we had to pick one, or
Okay.
it would be,
I might not be pronouncing that right, but the wrestling.
Yeah. Literally, me and Charlie would just Google a thing to do in, and then whatever city we were in,
and
then we would just do like we would do the one with the lowest rating on Google.
Yeah.
I rate that. That's good. Yeah. Right.
That's it.
I'll run through what we got.
Yeah.
So we got like a nice South Korean hostel.
Yes.
Like a nice communal.
I said backpacker place. Yeah. No,
yeah. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's the location we're going. We're going to walk down to the closest North Korean booze outlet.
North Korean booze outlet.
Oh, sorry, South Korean. I just put Korean here and just immediately.
This is going to be a fucking holiday.
This is going to be lit. The random South Korean.
For your activity, we're going to try cross the DMZ.
Random Korean like outlet. I'm just going to walk down the aisle randomly, blindfolded, and just pick something.
Yeah.
And just make it as random as that. And that's what I've got to drink the whole time. It's going to be about 20 people there. And the evenings, the party will be like a pub golf kind of pub crawl that will just be going from random place to place, and if there's a gig going on at some point, get into a gig, see something like that, and just see where the night takes us on this completely random. Like, you both coughed at the same time then. We
both went at the same time.
And
the Matrix.
See where the night takes us, be as random as possible, and then the activity beforehand will be some South Korean sumo wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds lit.
And also, James has to be dressed up as Leonidas the whole time.
But none of us are dressed up like Spartans.
Nobody's-
None of us,
just
just
him.
It's
James.
just me.
Just James.
I'll take that. Yeah, I think that's quality. You know, I think you've really captured the essence of just complete. I don't know what it is, but like just randomness, chaos.
Yeah.
Complete
Yeah.
chaos. I
Yeah.
think if I went on if I had a stag do and it was as you say like timed. And it was like, right, we've got to be here for this, then we've got to be here for this, and here for this. You can't start drinking yet. You're not allowed. I just wouldn't like it. Whereas I like the chaos of just
Exactly.
It doesn't allow
who
room
knows
for
what the fuck's gonna
improvisation.
happen. Yeah,
Because it was like if you look at like, so if we go on holiday, we've gone before to like, well, obviously, but we've gone to like the gaming events and stuff. This is when we're at these events. This is what we're going to try and do when we go there and stuff like that. That's how we plan it out. With James, it's like, you're going here. Yeah, what are you going to do? Don't know. It's going to be great, though.
I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
to. I've got like a location in mind. I don't have a time or
Yeah.
anything like that in
Yeah.
mind. And it's like, oh, if I walk past a really nice pub. If I
Yeah.
walk past like a really cool
Yeah.
gardens, just go into the gardens. So I think that essence of chaos is really good.
And
Yeah.
I think
love
if you had to spend a stag do drinking the same something you've drunk before, I think you'd find that boring.
Yeah.
But if it was something totally random, I think that's
And also, if it was something piss awful as well, I think it'd just be funny.
I like something you could
Yeah,
only
that's
get
fun.
in the location,
Yeah,
like something
yeah,
that's only in South Korea.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
the location
every-
is probably the only one that I'd be a bit like.
What
Like,
would you change?
I would,
It's
that's the thing.
tricky,
I don't know
yeah.
what I change it to because I think it's brilliant that it is completely random.
yeah.
It's like throwing a dart at a
This-
map.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be.
I mean,
like,
that would honestly, if you had to pick any location at all, I think you could do basically the same thing. Like you
Yeah.
pick a random beer, pick a random activity, pick a random, anywhere. I
Yeah.
just went with Korea because I thought that
It is so random.
I don't think you haven't been to that part of the world that much.
I've been
which
once
is
to
why.
Asia.
Yeah. So I think that would have been a good one. And I think things like Korean barbecue and the different culture and the different stuff, I think that would add to the randomness and
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
newness of it.
Yeah.
That was why I was thinking that.
I think you
There
got
you go.
the kind of pub golfy kind of gig spot on. I
Nice.
again love the chaos that pub golf ensues. I like that kind of like aim that you've got like at each
Yeah.
place you have like a competitive thing and you can be
Yeah,
in your teams. You can
It
dress
combines
up, like
drinking with the want to beat people at things.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
have that, but you still have that essence of chaos that you can just if you go into a pub and it's like right, you've got to do a pint in the least amount. It's like oh cool, I can still get other shit. Like, we can still
Yeah.
do a round of shots or something like that. Like.
Yeah.
And I think that is such a wonderful choice doing sumo wrestling. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that would just be so funny.
Oh,
That'd be
we'll
brilliant.
just we won't send any messages to your fiance, and the only thing we send her is just you about to get tackled by someone.
Yeah, by some 20-stone massive
Yeah.
fuck.
And then and we don't respond to our texts
Yeah.
afterwards.
I reckon
He's
that is
wrestling this massive Korean bloke and we've never seen him before.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a solid. I'd go probably an 8 out of 10 again. Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
good. We're pretty
Because
good.
I could
Nice.
think you could take that format and pick maybe. See, now I'm trying to think of another country, maybe like Budapest or something like that, and it would probably be like an 8,
Yeah.
8.5, 9. Or you could
Interesting.
like Copenhagen. It's just my favorite place.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But I think that layout is just so funny. Like,
Yeah. It's a good idea.
brilliant, yeah.
There we go.
What
And
an
now
Andreas Pereira,
the best till last.
the best
Come on,
planners.
ladies. Is that a good thing?
Right.
I mean, I guess it's all
I
right.
don't know. Right, location,
Right, ladies.
my dear.
Location.
Relocation.
Relocation.
The sexual chemistry on that show was. Whew,
Palpable.
you could cut it with a knife.
Charlie's having a good
Location
think.
for Andy. Yeah, that's quite a difficult one actually. Maybe we just take him to like America, take him back to his hometown.
That's honestly
take him
what
back
I
to
was
his people.
thinking was America.
Yeah. But
Could
at the
do.
same time, America.
It would be. Yeah. I suppose I can't really give any input, can I?
I
I guess
reckon a
I've got to think about what I'd
Scandinavian-
like.
A Scandinavian country could be cool as well,
It's
like
sick, yeah.
Iceland or some shit.
Yeah, Sweden.
Yeah.
I do like Scandinavia.
Yeah.
I do like.
He did like Sweden when we were there.
did.
Did like a bird shouting. It was great.
Nice.
That was.
Yeah.
How very
Well,
Swedish.
The flying bird.
The flying one opposed to a sitting one.
I was that in the way.
Yeah, you were lying on the floor.
You know.
Yeah, I reckon Sweden's a good shout.
You think?
Stockholm?
No, I've been to Stockholm. I feel like somewhere a bit more rural.
Ah,
Interesting.
depends what kind of
Maybe.
party we're going for as well, doesn't
Not
it?
too rural though. We do want like a city sort of thing as well.
Outskirts
Like
of
Malmo.
Stockholm, maybe,
Yeah.
or something like
Maybe
that.
outskirts.
Yeah,
Very
or
interesting.
he's not a big beachy boy, so I
No,
think
he's
Scandinavia is a good shout.
You are right there. I'll tell that for you. I am not a huge beachman.
A beachman.
You are a
beach boy.
But,
I'm a beached whale.
Well, let's say Sweden. We don't need to go to city specific. Just
yeah,
Sweden.
Sweden as a
Sweden.
whole. Yeah,
Svenska.
I've forgotten what we need to do. Hang on. Oh fuck.
You got it written down.
Yeah, I've got it written
It's
down.
the
somewhere.
location.
Al-
Here we go. Location,
alcohol?
type of accommodation.
Oh, yes, I have accommodation.
Type of.
Yeah.
I feel like Andy's sort of like a. You could go for like a mid-tier hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a tour.
I don't.
hotel.
I think Andy wouldn't enjoy the like total communal thing.
Interesting.
Want
Yeah.
a
Again,
bit
like-
of alone time, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe. I reckon like
Yeah.
Andy will know what I mean, like a tour hotel where it's clear that it's not a good hotel, but it's also it's a hotel.
Yeah.
You know?
It is, by the textbook definition, still a hotel.
Yes.
But, like, if you had any disposable income, you wouldn't be staying there.
Because I think as well, it's for all of us, none of us are spending any time in the place that we are.
That's true.
No.
We'll be there very rarely.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep there and
Potentially.
then move on.
Yeah.
It needs to have a bed, and that's about it.
Yeah,
like you
bed
just
and a toilet maybe.
you need to rest there and then go do something else the next day.
Store your alcohol there and that's about it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I think that's
see.
a good one. Drink. I would.
Bud Light.
Oh God, I'd be caught here between. I think we were having this conversation recently, and I think he picked rum as one of his favourite alcohols.
Alcohol.
Spiced rum.
Yeah,
or
rum
something
and
like
coke.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be
that. Spiced rum.
because I
Would,
think
would
No,
that...
it's Andy. It's
Even if
Andy.
I-
Come on, spiced rum and Pepsi.
Pepsi, yeah.
even if I really like it though, would that not be an issue of like the whole quantities I'd be working with? Like I couldn't really down.
yeah, you could just pour a double.
That's
You
true.
were a bitch.
You little pussy.
You know,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're
Spice
doing like
rum.
funnels or stuff like that, just
Yeah.
whack a load of rum
Okay.
in a funnel. And
Funnels.
Grow up.
God. I grow up. Oh God, I hate funnels.
what do you reckon,
I don't-
Charlie?
I mean, something like a rum and coke would be alright, I think.
Yeah. We go rum and Pepsi or
Here's the concern. Otherwise, if we're talking, rum and Pepsi. If we're talking, I don't know. Maybe it would be too much, though. I mean,
Well, no,
have
as
to do,
James said,
a
like
beer or
you would just have to alter the quantity of
Yeah.
whatever the mixer
because
was
if you think about it, if you're
Yeah,
having bottles
true.
of Roquettes every single time, that's far more liquid than a rum and coke.
than a single rum and coke. Yeah.
True.
Because if he gets
Yeah,
a little
do-
bit
do
full, he
rum
just
and
does
Pepsi
shots. No.
Yeah, do rum and Pepsi then.
Yeah.
That is true. I do that is my, if I am out drinking and I feel kind of gross, shots or like doubles with just plain
Yeah.
that's just 2 shots. That is an
The way
easy way
forward.
to get around that.
Yeah. The banger. Party type. And the amount of people that would be there. I see Andy. I don't,
Andy's a big party person.
see, I see oddly, I see Andy as a bit of a clubsman.
Oh, actually, no, that is true. That is true.
I think
That is
he
true.
likes a bit of a club.
I'm
Andy.
definitely always available for a club. I'm definitely. I don't think I've been in a situation where the club was genuinely on the table, and I've
And you said
adamantly
no.
said no.
It's true.
I'm
I
always
think
at
he's a
least
bit of a pub
partially
crawl
open to it.
followed by a club.
I think that's a fair assessment in general
Yeah.
of how I am.
Would it be
I
a
wouldn't
big
say-
club night or a shitty backdoor club? That's the question, Charles. That's the question.
Ooh, I can't answer that yet. I like this. This is fascinating. I don't know how you guys felt when we were doing it, but it's weird.
It's
like
really
seeing
interesting, isn't it?
what you think people would do.
And it's really interesting as well because thinking about it from the other side, like I'm thinking about it from obviously, I grew up with you guys, and then I have like mates that I met at uni. I know they would do something completely different, but that would still be really fun. So it's really interesting to see the differences kind of thing.
I think Andy would be a shitty club kind of person. I think that'd be fun.
Do you know what springs to mind? Boom Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
like a really shitty club. Just get
it's a random club.
Yeah,
a random club in Guernsey, which these guys insisted on going to all the time. And
it doesn't even exist anymore, does it?
No, it closed.
No, it doesn't. It was us dancing and about two middle-aged people.
We propped up that business for weeks more than it probably should have.
And every time we go back, we still bump into the bouncer who is like, boys.
You're like, God.
She is lovely. She's very nice.
She is actually.
Yeah, and the amount of people. Let's be honest, it's the three of us.
I do think Andy is on the smaller side when it comes to group parties, though. I don't think he's a big.
But then at the same time, I think it's like
interesting.
I think he's probably around 15 as well because you've got uni mates, home mates.
15 is a good universal number.
Yeah,
I think 15 is just a good number in general, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah, because then if you go any further than that, you're kind of bordering on. Are they really your mates? Are you really good mates with them?
Or at the very least, even if you are really good mates with them, the amount of time that you will be spending with all of these mates becomes so much smaller, or would massively weigh towards certain people more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. I think 15 is a fucking cracking number. Do you know what this is going to make me do? We're going to finish this pod and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to write down 15 people and try and think of who they'd be.
Yeah, you should do. I'm going to do this.
Quite interesting.
Thought experiment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Activity.
Oh, the meat and potatoes of the whole thing.
That's a different.
So where is this again? This is Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or fat paintballing. I reckon Andy would enjoy. But then also something like a bit odd and spectacular as well. He'd be down for.
I'm just trying to think of what we did last time we were in Sweden. It was stuff he enjoyed, but then the biggest, the dumbest thing we did in Sweden was we went to the zoo thing. We just took pictures of Andy just doing that in front of all the different animals and stuff.
Yeah,
just in front of the warthog. You ready? Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that more than I should have.
Same.
It wasn't that funny, but I loved it.
Yeah, same.
Maybe we just walk around the city centre, get him to do that. He'll enjoy it.
I will, especially if it's in situations where people clearly aren't enjoying that I'm doing that.
I reckon something just absolutely mental. What's a traditional Swedish thing that's just a bit
off?
Yeah, just a bit
odd.
Not necessarily off, but just a bit what?
I don't really know.
Kind of thing. I reckon he'd fucking love if we went and did one of those LARPing things.
Yeah.
Just get hammered and go hit each other with swords.
You know what? Yeah.
That's
spoiler alert. Yeah, I would enjoy that. Yeah.
That's got to be it. That has to be it.
Yeah. I would enjoy.
Just one of those medieval things where we can just take the piss out of it. Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious, to be fair.
That would be fun.
It'd be really fun.
That's got to be it. So, absolutely, it's got to be it.
Andy, what we've got for you is...
Yeah.
We've got a kind of Tory hotel. Not a Tory, as in Tory Brexit.
Like a conservative hotel.
We've got a Labour-based hotel.
Yeah, nice.
Kind of like a tour-based hotel in Sweden, kind of on the outskirts of the centre, potentially. You're only allowed to drink rum and Pepsi for the whole time. We're going to do a pub crawl, fat pub crawl starting at 11 a.m. And then we're going to finish at a shitty club called I don't know, the equivalent of Boom Boom, basically.
Destiny.
Yeah. Where there's a bloke on the door that slides it. and then you say the password and it's different every time, but he still lets you in.
Yeah. You feel like you've gained entry even though they let everyone in.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there's
I like it.
15 people there, and for the activity, we're going to take you LARPing and beat each other up with swords.
I like that. So I think, do you know what? I'm gonna give it a 7.
Ooh, that's the lowest so
Lower.
far.
Do you know?
We ain't marked it.
Do you know what did it for you?
What?
It was the drink.
Place?
Oh,
It was the drink.
There is one true love in my life. The drink. If you said to me you could only have this for the rest, alcohol wise, for the rest of your, otherwise it'd be water, obviously. if you could only have this for the rest of your life, it would be Strongbow Dark Fruits. That is.
I'd rather have a dark fruit than a wife.
Exactly. It'd be Strongbow Dark Fruits or Rockets. I would be more than happy with either. So that.
Did you say that rum was your favourite spirit?
My favourite spirit is Jaeger.
Oh yeah.
I can drink rum. I'm not against it.
I
But if
for us. I remembered wrong.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I used to get a Di Serrano and Coke a lot. That used to be the thing I
You
get.
are 80 years old.
I am. I do like, a little bit of the Di Serrano. I do like that. So, but also rum. I like most non-clear liquors. I love the LARPing. I would do. Do you know what I do? Is I'd slightly adapt that. That is almost perfect. I would just prefer to do a full-on D&D. Yeah, is that LARPing D&D? Or is it slightly different?
No.
LARPing is.
LARPing is when you actually wear like armor and stuff like that.
I would do D&D, but we're all wearing armor, and there are paid actors doing like the third characters and shit.
Well, you could pick. You
That
could
would actually be
randomly
sweet.
roll for 3 other people to join you on your quest, and then everyone else there is the extras.
Yeah.
And just do it in, like, a field.
like people get, including myself, people get circled in and out. That'd be good. The only other pub crawl, spot on. Would love that. Always love a pub crawl. Again, I love a bit of especially if there's
golf.
games involved. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily have to be golf, the pub golf, but just some sort of activity
Like
involved
a game
in each
at
one.
each pub, yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a win. That would be 100% in my books. Sweden, honestly, I did like Sweden,
Sure about that. You did, okay.
but I'd want to go somewhere I haven't been before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But aside from so that could have just as easily as been Norway or something. Like I've never been there. Like
For your location, it's tricky to tell. For your location,
Yeah.
I genuinely don't really know.
Location is I don't really care. I like cities or near cities.
I think it's also with
yeah.
like location. It's dependent on what's the budget of the people that you're inviting.
Yeah.
'Cause you
As
wanna
for
get as many
any
people
stag
there as
do.
possible. Hence why a lot of
That's
people do
right,
like
yeah.
hometown stag do's because they know people can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'd go, city. Genuinely, it's just a place ideally I haven't been to before. If not, I don't really care. What else do we say? How many people was it again?
About 15.
15.
We said the average of 15.
It's a good number. I think I can't think of many more than 15 people that I'd probably want.
Spot on.
Yeah, but aside from that, like honestly, all of us, I feel we did pretty good. The one thing that I would steal from someone's is I'd potentially
that's a good
steal
idea.
for my, whole weekend or whatever it is. I'd steal the LAN party. I would really enjoy it. I would really enjoy a LAN party.
It's a good one.
The only
LAN
reason
party was just so good.
the only reason on an individual level I would personally love a LAN party, but I also know that not a majority of like the 15 people would probably love that.
That's it's divided the group quite a lot.
That's the thing that's putting me back a little bit on that. But
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
I'd love a LAN party or just
steal?
gaming in general. Yeah, I think we all did really well though. I think this is good for in the future when potentially people are actually planning stuff like this. Of course, we need to, lower our budgets a little bit maybe. But you see,
It would be funny.
Yeah.
It would be funny if we looked back at like this podcast and was like, "What the fuck are we thinking?" Because I think the stuff
Probably.
you mentioned is very different to a lot of stag do's, I think.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Like, very different. I know. Like there's the stereotype of almost frat boy sort of thing where you go up dressed as like whatever, and you've all got costumes on, you're all doing like massive drinks and things like that. But I think there are also other people who have much quieter stag do's as well. I think
it's
that
not
is
even
also
necessarily quieter because you're getting to the same level as drunk. You're not just being outside all dressed up, taking the piss out of each other, kind of thing. You're taking the piss out of each other, not dressed up, so it actually hurts.
Well, it's your own way.
So you've got no shield to protect you from the hate.
Yeah, it's just
that pixie dress doesn't exist. It's just you.
Yeah, you're just actually calling someone a pixie.
yeah.
See, this is the thing. I know for a fact that like friends that I've met at uni were doing this, they'd pick that. They'd make that kind of thing, like a tour kind of thing, like rules. I've got to dress up every day, like do a certain amount of challenges every day, that punishments, that kind of thing, because of uni culture and that kind of thing. And at the same time, I'd really enjoy that one as well.
Do you know what? I think I would probably like 30% of that, the rest fairly chilled.
Yeah.
Because I do like a little bit of like, oh fuck, yeah, I got to 10. Was it 10 before 10?
10 before 2 or 2 before 10.
Yeah, like. I like a little bit of that. Although I wouldn't want that to dictate the hot.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's a great shout. Yes. At one point during my stag do, I want everyone to do that because it's not that difficult. I don't know if you guys. Yeah. It's a lot more intimidating than it actually.
Well,
it sounds more intimidating than it is.
That's the thing.
If it's beer or cider.
If it's beer or cider, it's fine. If it's chicken nuggets, it's fucking impossible. If you do it with shots of
obviously when thinking food,
it's impossible.
Well, if you do that, you die probably. Yeah. So I do like a little bit of that, but mainly just chill.
So what we got? We got 8. Charlie.
8.
8, 7.
7.
That's
still pretty good.
That's pretty.
That's batting pretty strong.
Yeah.
And
I think if
we should be proud of ourselves.
You had input from everyone else that was going to be on the do, that that 7.
That's pretty good.
Bumps up.
Yeah. Like I think.
Nicely.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm now slightly terrified to see. First of all, with our friend that's actually engaged, what happens there. I'm excited to see how it pans out, and with obviously any of us three in the future, see. Or what we do is we just do this. We could do one of these.
Yeah.
No one needs to be engaged.
What do you have to do for your stag do? Oh, what I said when I was 24.
It's like
yeah.
I have to do it, no matter how bad it is.
Yeah.
That'd be a good laugh. I'd rate that.
That'd be funny. But no, I think you are right though. Like I say 7, or we all say between 7 and 8 now. Like if you ask me in 5 years, I'd say probably a different number.
It's probably going to be very different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would say.
Because it's when you get to the actual moment of it as well.
Yeah.
That'll be the change.
I think one thing that is true is like I do like I enjoy going to a club with mates, but like more and more as time goes on, I'm very much more like just a semi-loud pub is fine. Yeah, like that's I don't need to be in a club.
I completely agree. If I could go to a club and everyone in the club was people I knew, fantastic. But if it was just a load of dickheads,
you're right.
Speaking of dickheads, this is fucking something that happened today. I was walking down our street.
You pointed to Charlie just then.
Andy will attest. Our street is like a very quaint, very quiet, like very a lot of like kind of local shops. He
lives in the Shire.
Yeah. And there were some kids. I was just walking back from getting my hair cut, and I was walking along a side of the road, and I see 2 like roadmen, like, and I say that as like 40-year-old people. They had like their mask up here, hood, satchel, and everything. We're not in a roadmen type of place. They're like 14, and they're like squaring up to each other at the bus stop.
They're book bags,
and I didn't know they were squaring up to each other, and I was like, he looks like he's about to kiss him. That's cute. And then he just like shoved his head, and then they pushed each other, and then he swung a fist, and like missed, but kind of caught him, and the lad fell over and almost like pushed this 90-year-old woman over.
Oh God!
And so, because I was
she didn't give a
walking past,
shit though.
Yeah, because
she
I
was
was
just
walking
standing
past,
there.
she kind of like stumbled, and I kind of got in the way of like the old lady, and I was just like, "You okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, yeah," and just made sure that she walked past and everything. Meanwhile, I looked to my left; the two are scrapping on the floor. Some random fucker runs up from behind and just boots one of them in the ribs.
Fucking hell!
I assume he was one of their friends or something.
I hope so.
Fucking nowhere, like full John Honorisa free kick. Just
What the shit?
in the ribs, and then I keep walking. I'm kind of smirking to myself like, fucking kids. They're probably fighting over like
Utes.
who fucking stole his pen in class or something.
I was thinking he stole his Beyblade.
Two girls walk past, and then 2 seconds later, all I can hear is, "Stop fighting! Stop fighting! You don't need to fight. Just calm down."
You know they were loving it too.
Yeah.
They were all
One of them
about
had
it.
their phone out as they were walking towards it.
Oh yeah!
No, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop
Stop
it! 5
it.
more
What are you
minutes.
doing?
Star.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Turn this
Oh.
way. Stop it.
Nah, that shit is whack.
It was mad. It was crazy.
I hate stuff like that. That stuff just makes me uncomfortable. Just to like.
I thought
like,
it was so funny.
Yeah. If they just because they were 14. If they
Yeah,
were. Yeah. It's also just funny to imagine like when I was 14. I think I was probably thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, well, that's my
I
point.
don't
Like,
think-
what the fuck have they? The fuck are they fighting over?
I don't know. Maybe Yu-Gi-Oh. I hope
Maybe,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
a lot of roadmen play Yu-Gi-Oh. If I'm honest, maybe
They
that's
ain't
what
real
the man
road.
bag's
They ain't real
for.
roadmen. You know what I'm saying?
They
Yeah.
were arguing over whether Superman could beat Goku.
And it became inflamed.
One of them was like, "Yeah, but Batman could take both of them."
then that other guy turns up, and kicks him properly. It's like, yeah, you're like, yeah, he deserves that.
Yeah, of course.
And that was actually you.
Yeah, it was me that kicked him, and then I punched the old lady. So.
She was staring at me funny though, so it's fine.
She deserves it, man.
She was gobby.
She didn't say a single word. Oh, she was gobby.
Brilliant.
All right, and on that, I think we will end this episode.
I think so.
Selection.
Thank you very much for listening. What did you
Thank
think
you.
of our bachelor? What is
Yeah.
it? What are they called?
Stag.
Hen-dos?
Stags. Next time we'll plan each other's hen-dos.
Damn right. All wearing pink.
All getting strippers.
Yes, they found out how alpha we aren't, and our stag
truly.
do's.
Yep.
Yeah,
Isn't that nice?
isn't it
But,
true?
yeah,
Well, comment
thank you for
below
listening.
what you think your perfect stag do location would be.
Yeah, and why is it Sark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone not from
Nobody
Guernsey's like,
knows
I
what
don't know where
Sark
the
is, just
fuck that
commenting
is.
Sark. Right, hopefully.
All right. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen,
Cheers.
it's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I want to see the sumo thing.